Hi everybody, welcome to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. So yeah, I'm putting the camera on myself today. Feeling a little uncomfortable at the moment, but I know it'll be fine. So anyway, I have a little bit of story time. Sorry, the cats just scared each other and Oliver's like super poofy right now. It's really funny. So yeah, I haven't been around in the last, what, has it been like 2 weeks? Gosh, you guys. It's been a little bit of a whirlwind. Really good news. Within the span of 4 days, I got a house and I sold my house. So I'm really excited right now. Really the best outcome that I could have ever asked for happened. The house that I got is really amazing. I'll share pictures, and well, maybe I'll do a quick walkthrough of it. I don't know, but if you guys are interested, and now that my house is perfectly clean, and I was laughing with my realtor. I kept saying, I think my house is cleaner than it's ever been before right now, like even when I first moved in. But so yeah, it's been a crazy, well, 2 weeks. It seems like the list of things to do for getting my house ready for sale was a never-ending list, and every time I thought I might be ready to be done, there was something else, and it always took longer than it should have taken, probably. But anyway, it's all done. I don't need to worry about that anymore. My house looks amazing. If you want me to do a walkthrough of my current house, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know. Leave me a comment or note in the comments if you want me to do a quick walkthrough. But today I wanted to do a walkthrough of my craft situation in this house, and it kind of spans 2 rooms. So I'm sitting right here at my desk, and I'll show you this in just a minute. And yeah, I don't ever have the camera situated this way. This is the first time, really. But I'll take the camera out of the mount and I'll do a quick walkthrough of excuse me, my current craft room, and then it'll be a while before my new craft room walkthrough will be ready. Maybe if you guys want me to bring you in on the journey of it, I don't know how interesting that will be, but there will be a little bit of construction that's needed when I move into the new house. There's no walls around the HVAC and the laundry in the basement, so there will be that happening, and potentially building up a 3rd bathroom in the basement as well. But anyway, so I don't know, my brain's all over the place, but yeah, accepted an offer yesterday morning. Really good offer, so I'm feeling really good. Like all the stress is almost gone, so not completely gone, but it's definitely a whole lot better. So all right, well, let me go ahead and turn the camera off of me and I'll give you a quick walkthrough of what my crafting room looks like, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, we've got an Oliver sighting. There he goes. So I'm standing currently in my bedroom. I'll go ahead and start here, I guess, but we were just looking at the view into my craft room. So this is the 2nd closet in my bedroom. As you can see, it has been deemed dedicated to crafts and kind of just storage. So I don't know how well you can see, but there in the very middle, I've got a little bookshelf with a lot of books in it. Down here is all of my digital kits that I've got printed out and ready to go. Some of them are tea-dyed, as you can see. Some of them are just plain, but I keep them all in folders in a file down here. And then here we've got bigger than 6x, these are what, 8x8 paper pads in various different collections and things. Over here in this, sorry for it being so shaky, I don't have a gimbal or anything, but these are all kind of old music books and things like that that I've collected. Back here I've got a bunch of really old sheet music that I've gotten, and then just some other various old books. So lots and lots of books. The books are never ending. So here's a quick shot of just some of the old books that I've got. Some that are somewhat taken apart there. This is paper. This was the paper. It doesn't have a cover anymore. So that's kind of cool, actually. And then here's the top shelf. And just some other kinds of things. And then up here in the very top, just, I don't even know. All kinds of stuff. Up there is, I don't remember. I really don't. I really don't remember. But, so there is some extra storage, and I'll try and go somewhat slowly. Okay, so here, let me get as far back as I can, is a wall of additional storage. Normally, instead of those gray cubbies, I have my paper pads stored in here, but that didn't look so nice for trying to sell the house. So right now, it's just a mixture of random things I didn't have places for. Some of them are completely empty, to be completely honest. But that is normally where I would store my craft paper, my paper pads. Here you've got my last year's December daily on display. And then in here, these are additional book storage and covers. And then down here, some finished books, and then additional books that didn't fit in the others. And then, sorry for all the dust. These are finished books that are ready for sale. And the top two cupboards, and then down below, I think we've got, yeah, a lot of happy planners and just various planners. I've got some feed sacks that I'm gonna turn into, I think, pillows for my couch. And then these are my personal planners and a Bible down there. So some of those. Up here, you can't really see it very well, but up here in this basket, I've got all my ribbons just stored up above there. I don't even remember what I've got in these, but some more storage for other things. And then in this basket up here are piano, literally full of old piano rolls. So let me take one of these out so you can see, maybe. So they all look something like that. So I got a really, really good deal on eBay once, and I don't think I'll ever use all of these in my entire lifetime, but yet there they are. So I've got them all saved up here. So, and then some old cigar boxes, which right now are holding some of my jewelry. Sorry, I'm really trying. I'm gonna try better to not shake the camera. Okay, so, and of course my neighbor is gonna mow his yard. I'll shut the window before we get in there. And there's Oliver. Oliver, say hi. He's like, what are you doing right now? Oh, and he's stolen a little pen cap. Do you see that? Hi, Oliver. Okay, so I think it's a little bit calmer now. I shut the window. I've had the windows open this morning because it's been just absolutely gorgeous outside. But let's walk into my craft room. As you can see, my doorstop actually is my old typewriter. It makes a perfect doorstop. And I don't know how well you can see back there, but behind my door I have an ironing board. So as you walk in, you can see all the magic kind of starts happening when I turn to the right over here. But I've got my nice little comfy chair. I love it so much. It's so comfortable. Here is a little cabinet that's just a little bit of extra storage, and I'll walk you through that. If I turn to the left, I don't know how well you can see it, but this is a bookshelf that I recently redid, and it's just got various ephemera and papers and other things. And then on the bottom is my inkjet printer. Above it is my TV. So yeah, I don't honestly, I don't even really remember what's in all these. It was, let's hide stuff and see what I can clean up. So it's just a lot of various papers and stuff essentially in these top three. In here I've got a lot of ephemera, and this is actually the way that I really like to store my ephemera. I like to put it in these CD sleeves, and so that way it's like super easy to see what everything is. You can flip through. They're pretty strong, actually, pretty sturdy. So a lot of this is what I had gotten from the Your Creative Studio boxes from last year, or this last, I don't know, and over the last year. And then just as you can see, other various things that I've collected here and there from like Tuesday Morning. We got some actual vintage ephemera in here. And yeah, so kind of just keeps going back. These are all bins from the Dollar Tree. So really simple, really inexpensive storage. Here is my, what even is this? My Tim Holtz Sidekick. My little bit of die cutting that I literally never use. Sorry, die cutting that I never use, that I've kind of just collected a few things here and there. But yeah, like I say, I really never use it. In here, I think is some works in progress, some embroidery that I've done or started. Yeah, and then journals that I've kind of started but need to be finished. So I'm not gonna go into that too much because you will see them at some point here. Again, down here, Dollar Tree. This is a journal that I started, that paper bag journal, and we do need to kind of finish that. In here, these are usually sitting on top of my desk. These are my all my paper scraps. So this is my little thing of tea-dyed blank paper scraps, and then usually right next to it I have this other one which is full of all the more colorful and other kinds of paper scraps. So that will eventually get back onto my desk. I don't know if you can really see it. Yeah, so in the back of, for the backing of this bookshelf, I had this really pretty scarf that I used to decorate the back of the bookshelf with, and it's really fun. I really like how this bookshelf came out. It was actually a lot easier than I expected it to be. Okay, so down here we have an empty storage. This is, again, works in progress. And down here, some more ephemera. Oops, sorry. Some more ephemera, stickers, things that don't really have a home yet. And then, of course, my printer down here. Okay, so since we're over here, I'll go into my closet, which is a lot. Okay, so on the inside of the closet door, I've got some of my bigger stencils that don't fit, and where I keep the rest of my stencils are hanging, and then some gift bags and things that I've collected. I've got extra rulers in case I need them, because yeah, you always need extra rulers. Okay, so this is a lot, guys, so just be prepared. Okay, so starting at the top, I've got random storage up at the top. In the top and the back are empty tins from my color pencil collection. You can see there's a box of some hanging file folders that I'll use for, you know, journal covers and things. Random Christmas paper, I guess, and a bike helmet in the plastic tub. So yeah, it's kind of random. And then here, as you can see, is all of my fabric that I've collected, and I like to store it this way. It's easy to find what you're looking for. I like to just come in and kind of rifle through. I've got it kind of organized, at least this section right here, of like the muslin and white and neutral. But yeah, I just kind of come in here and pick through and figure out what I want, take what I need and put it all back up. Underneath, it's a little bit of a mess, but underneath I've got 2 bins as well of, like, here you can see there's some fat quarters and there's some vintage, like, sheets and things like that that didn't make it onto hangers. I just didn't have any more room, so I've got those just kind of stacked here. And then over here, some more works in progress. I've got a cover started here of patchwork. And underneath all of that, you can see here, this is where I've got all my 6x6 paper pads and some other smaller, like, paper pads. In here, I've got a bunch of, let me pull one of these out. These that I picked up from Tuesday Morning and a long time ago and just haven't really used. So probably because they're really hard to get to. Same with my 6x6. I just don't really come in here and use them all that much, but I use this stuff a lot. This is some Tim Holtz paper stacks and some other 6x6, or no, 8x8 paper stacks in there. And then back here I've got a little, I think this came from Target Dollar Spot, but it's, whoop, dropping things. So the little thing has got compartments, and I've got some Project Life cards stuck in there. There you go. Now you can see it better. It's a really good way to store those if you don't have a solution for Project Life cards and you got a lot of them. This one is just, you know, various papery things, some old planners, some planners that are, or traveler's notebooks that are ready to go, blank. Over here is another one of the Target Dollar Spot things that I've got Project Life cards in here right now, and then I guess other various random pieces. I don't even know what's under here. It's been so long since I've looked. It's like, you guys, I have so much stuff. Okay, so then under here, this is a box of paper pads. It's completely full. It's really heavy. I'm not going to pull it out, but I've got paper pads in here. Here is my washi storage. So I've got that stored in here. And then other various random papers that are 12 by 12 papers. Some of them are tea dyed, some of them are not, just kind of in here. Again, I've got scraps. I really need to organize my scraps a little bit better. Down on the bottom, we've got Halloween and Christmas, really, is what all of this is. All my Halloween and Christmas ephemera and paper and all that good stuff. Tucked back here, which Oliver really enjoys chewing apart the bottom of this bag, but in here I've got a bunch of brown paper that's ready to go, and below that is a bunch of empty shipping envelopes that I've saved from, you know, getting Amazon orders and stuff. So I ship in my, I like to reuse packaging as much as possible, because why wouldn't you, right? All right, so here we can see this fun little storage unit. It's really fun. I got that at Hobby Lobby, and then up here I've got a little, I put it on a turntable, and up here I've got my threads, or most of them anyway. There's some more somewhere else, but in each of these little drawers I've just got various different things. We've got distress stains, my ink my ink pads, some Tim Holtz washi, yeah, more washi, some different stamping types of things. These are more like the handheld stamp things. A lot of, yeah, little bits and pieces. I got brads, kind of metal types of things in this drawer. Some more of that kind of stuff. Some of it in packaging, some of it not. Really makes it easy to come in here. This is really full of Tim Holtz stuff. So a lot of it is ready to use, and some of it's like this that is extra that I have closer to me at my desk, but when I run low I can come in here and get some more paper clips if I need. Here we've got this stamp set, but mostly this is going to be your water soluble crayon. I've got some Vicky Bouton. In here are the Stabilo big crayons, chunky crayons, and then I think these I picked up at Target. Yeah, so just some various things like that. Let's see, sorry, my hand's slipping here. Over here is kind of the same thing, but this is all Tim Holtz. So these would be distress crayons, and then I've got distress markers over here, and then here is some Faber-Castell gelatos that I really should use more often. That really hurt. In here, paper clips and binding doodads of all various shapes and sizes and colors. In here we've got, oh, I probably should check these. These might all be kind of dry. Texture paste type things. And these that I got, I think at a garage sale or something. I don't think I've ever used a single one of them. I should probably use them. And then down here we're getting into now just kind of supplies. So backup supplies, tape and adhesives, more glue and adhesives, some bigger punches, forgot those were there. These are just various things. Oh, I need to replace my thing, so I'll remember that. And then down here, yeah, other various random things down there. Empty. Oh, let's pull these up. Let's put these up here so I don't forget. These are antique stamps that I always seem to forget about. Okay, and then in here, some more supplies and some paper washi and different types of paper. Some more scraps, of course. There's always scraps, right? And then in here, I've got some fun scissors, a bunch of ink pens from AliExpress, but really the more fun thing is these Rolodex cards. I've got a whole bunch of these that I picked up a while back. And oh, here, I don't think I've ever shared these. This is like basically my very first ever handmade journal, I guess you would say, art journal maybe, where I was just kind of playing. So I got a couple of those that I've finished one. I don't know if I finished more than that. But. Okay, so there's that drawer, or that cupboard. On the wall, I picked up these are from Dollar Tree. I absolutely love them. This is where I store my stickers. This is how I store my stickers. So I just put them on one of these rings, and then I can flip through and just kind of see what I want to get. I also have some sari silk here. It's usually not quite there, all the way up there, but yeah, so all my stickers, I'm sorry, I'm like breathing heavy for some reason. All my stickers kind of stored there. I've got a lot of them. I really need to use more stickers. Here is some of my sari silk, not all of it. This is a nicer sari silk, which I don't tend to use as often. Down here I've got another one of these up against the back of the wall, and again just more stickers, but these are kind of smaller. in size, some of the gemstone things. And then I got a couple of packages of these because they were on clearance. And then back behind there is some Tim Holtz letter stamps. In this here is where I put a lot of my shipping stuff. So if I'm in a hurry and I need to ship something but I don't have time to wrap it before I need to leave for work or something, I'll usually take what I need. Well, obviously the journal. I'll bring the journal, and then some of the other stuff that I need and put it in here, and I've got everything else in here that I might need, so I can pack it up at the post office or whatever if need be. But this is really handy, and I always know where everything's at, so that's really handy. My sewing machine, which normally is not there, but for showing the house purposes it ended up there, normally is right next to my desk. In the back corner here I've got bigger rolls of paper, smaller rolls of paper down in there. Ideally it would be easier to get to, but for right now it's fine, it's working. Okay, so we're really close to quarters here, but as you can see, here's the other side of my closet. It's a nice big walk-in closet. Let me get this out of the way. So up at the top I've got various old papers. You can see there's some smash books up there, folders, just all kinds of different things. There we've got greeting cards that are blank that I can use in journals, or actually more often I use them as, you know, birthday cards for people, and then some more hanging folders and things like that. In the back I've got my big punch thingy, whatever that's called. Some more extra, just various supplies that I really don't use very often, but just kind of need to have handy. And here is some of my, some of my planners and traveler's notebooks. Oliver unfortunately got to this one and just decided to chew on it. Kitty cats. And here we've got stickers and stickers and stickers. These are all Happy Planner stickers. And in this one too, not as many, but still plenty of stickers. Okay, and then here is extra ephemera, still in the packaging for the most part. And then here are my stamps. So I like to store them like this. Let me pull them down here so you can see better. Okay, so I like to store them like this. They're mostly all in a plastic sleeve that are specifically made for stamps, and I just absolutely love it. It's so easy to flip through and see what you've got going on. When I can leave the packaging so I know where it came from, I do, but not all of them have it. But yeah, so I've got 2 bins of that for my stamps, and then directly, whoops, sorry, the light string is just right in my face right now. Okay, so here, obviously, if normal people would be using this closet, there would probably be clothes hanging here, but it's just in my way, but it's there. So right under that, I've added this little shelf, and this is kind of a catch-all of, again, current projects or projects that I should be working on. This has a bunch of old papers and things. Yeah, I really do need to organize this better. Back here I've got, actually more stamps. So these are smaller little packages of stamps that are in, let's see if I can, so I knew that was gonna happen. There, so this little container I think came from the Dollar Tree. And it's kind of the perfect size. It holds all those stamps in there pretty good. And then these are obviously just little, I think, photo boxes, but I'll eventually use them for some other kind of storage. Right now they're just kind of taking up space. I'm gonna keep over here. So right here is my laser printer. This is what I typically use pretty much all the time. I just printed off I got some cross stitch flowers. Here I've got my Zig Clean Color pens, temporarily sitting there. This is washi and stamps I got from the Your Creative Studio that I just kind of put all together right there. And then another empty storage container. Lots and lots of dust, sorry. Just random things that shouldn't be in here. I don't even know how many of these pens still work, but some more pens. Normally it's not quite this busy here, but for right now it's fine. To the side, extra reams of paper, other extra things, and then down below is more reams of paper and ink cartridges and stuff. So that's what all that is. Off to the side right here, temporarily my black mat, which you guys would normally see on my desk, is getting stored right next to the printer. I've got a few other things over here, some extra mats, some bigger sheets of like watercolor paper. These are from Hobby Lobby, the nice looking wood looking background paper poster board. So stuff like that. All right, and then over here, just next to, so there's the printer. Just next to the printer is another bookshelf. I've got random, art, papery things that I've picked up from Hobby Lobby on clearance. And here is burlap, some printed burlap that I bought and things like that. So again, from like feed sacks maybe, or flour sacks potentially, I don't know for sure. In this, we've got stuff that I've taken from packaging, and then I reuse that and build journal covers with. So that's really actually normally is next to my desk, but for right now it's in here. More stickers, guys. I buy all these stickers and then I never use them. Up here we've got a really pretty planner that I never use. These are my Daphne's diary and like the southern country living things. Here is my things to cut out and collage type books, and then some other books that I've collected on creating journals. This one's a really good one. It's called Bound by Erica Ekram. So it gives me a lot of ideas on creating journals. And then again, these are to be used for inside of journals. Here is my Around Beauty journal. Unfortunately, she's getting stored right here at the moment, and then all the papers and things that I will use in this journal, or obviously not all of this, but we'll pull from for that journal. Some more unused planners here. Yeah, this is all just random papers and planners. And then again, up here we've got my Antiquarian sticker book, my Flow books, the two that I have, this one which I really love. You can find this one on Thrift Books. Sorry, here you go. Lotta Jan's Daughter paper pattern plate. I really like that book. I should use it more often. It's kind of more of a modern, fun, sorry. And then just other various old books that will be used in journals. And then here is my John Darien sticker book. Is stored right up here. So that is my walk-in closet. You didn't realize, I mean, it looks pretty clean until you really get into the nuts and bolts of things, right? Okay, so coming out of the closet, I've got this little cabinet down here. In here, I've got saved a bunch of acrylic paints, and then a random lid. A random lid to something that doesn't have a lid. And then again, I don't even really know. I got some Webster's pages, things, journals, some paints. I think that's Your Creative Studio stuff that's not been sorted. Probably more paper scraps. Over here on this side, this is all of my old cards, my vintage cards and envelopes saved in there. We've got unopened unopened cubbies, and then in here, this is kind of a cool little storage thing I got from Hobby Lobby, I think last year, and I've got all my like little wooden pieces and some flowers in there, and then below that is an extra one that's empty, so that all sits in there nice and tightly. Whoops, just push it all the way back. There we go. And then in this side right now, I've got the glass shade to my ceiling fan, because I like to have it off for more light. And then my laptop is sitting in there. Okay, so, and then over here, I love this little nook. I can sit and work at my chair if I want. This is a TV cabinet that I refinished myself. It used to be oak colored. Now it's really distressed and gray. Up above, I've got this wire basket that really is just extra throw blankets and bedding that I don't have any other room for. And actually I like the look of it up there, so that stays up there. And then up here we've got my thing of buttons, ribbons, wood beads, and then some fabric pieces. I think that's Cantha fabrics that I got on Etsy. So, all right, so let's open this. Don't judge me too harshly. Okay, so on this top area behind the front stuff here, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on here. This is what I'm concerned about in this. So up here we've got some extra glue. This is beads and findings for jewelry and charm making, things like that. So that's all these 6 things. These are the most used besides what I have right next to me on my desk. Again, for packing up orders, I've got some masking tape and packing tape, some more extra glue. This is some little envelopes for shipping out packages to people. Let me put this up here. In here I've got, sorry, I keep forgetting that I need to use both hands. This is like tags and things that I've created and haven't used yet, so I've just got them kind of saved in this little doodad. Oh, sorry. And then this is a rubbery kind of mat to protect your surface that I literally never use. Stored here. And then, okay, so scrolling down, here is more brown paper. This is my first place I go if I need brown paper. Got that kind of tucked up underneath that shelf there. In here I've got this little storage unit, which is really handy. My fountain pens are all stored in this little thing, as well as in this one. In this first drawer is fountain pen inks. I've got quite a collection. In here I've got all my stencils that fit in the drawer. In here we've got more paint. And then in here is gesso, texture paste, some extra white paint, and then heat guns and some rags if I need them, I guess, down there. This was, I didn't know what to do with it, so it ended up getting put into here. This I just move around however I need to. I'm going to put these down here. Depending on what I need out of this cabinet. But again, I've got extra glue stored here. And then in this drawer, this is where I put my watercolors that I kept. So I got watercolor little sets in there. And then again, just various random things kind of just stored in here. This is camera type stuff. All right, and then up under here is my stamping platform there, which actually looks pretty inconvenient, but honestly is really convenient. And then I've got more ephemera stored in these shoebox style bins. And this is like leather working tools that were my grandpa's, and then some that I've bought in there as well. And in here is things like note cards. I've got envelopes that I don't want on display. Some more fabric pieces, extra fabric bits and pieces. And then in here is just some random stuff that I needed to put somewhere to get out of the way for moving. And then in this section, we've got a Brother Scan and Cut that I've not used yet. More bits and pieces and doodads stored back there. That really, I don't really get back there unless I need to get into it. But I have more room behind this because it needs room for this thing to go in and out of. All right, and then let me shut those doors. At some point, I will be changing these doorknob, these little knobs. I've got crystal ones, but in this drawer, I've got all my lace and things like that. Okay, sorry for all the movement. And then I'm gonna come back again so you can kind of see better how it looks. So that's all of that. And then over here we've got this other cabinet right there that is really handy, that I picked up on Facebook Marketplace a while back, and it's really handy actually. Over here I've got a pegboard with some things just kind of ready for me. My poor plant, this morning I came in and it was droopy, so it got watered, but it's still kind of droopy. Up there I've got more ephemera that I use more readily. In this is like handmade papers and things like that. Here is in this bin my tea-dyed envelopes, and then yeah, those three all have ephemera. In here you've seen this come out once in a while. This is my mostly used ink pads and stamping blots, and in this is some punches, which, you know, I need to have handy but don't really want on display. My sari silk scraps, and then paintbrushes and things. Over here is, let me just come up closer, some just different inks and things. So a lot of Tim Holtz stuff and just various inks. In here we've got texture and glitter paste, spray ink up at the top, embossing powders, more spray inks, and then up here is glitter and things. So that is where I've got all that stuff. In this first drawer is, I'm not going to pull out the drawers because they're kind of heavy, but in here is other various paints, and then I've got my eyelet thing here and my watercolor swatch book in there randomly. Oh, and then another watercolor set. And then the rest of these drawers, well, this is basically a work in progress drawer, and then I've got a journal of mine that I write in here, and then down here I've got some tags and other various things that need to be dusted. And then the bottom two are works in progress journals that are kind of handy. Over here we've got a kitty. Say hello, Sophie. Hi, Sophie. She's like, what do you want? Down behind me I've got my paper trimmer and this, obviously my Tim Holtz glass mat, and then in here is my ready to go blank tea-dyed papers and like music tea-dyed papers. Hi, Sophie. She's sleepy. Yes. And then up above me, behind me, or kind of to my side, I've got this shelving unit with, as you can see, all kinds of different various things. These are the things that I grab for most of the time. Here I've got a 1-inch circle punch, my remote control for my TV, washi that's more neutral in here, and then in that top one, sorry, over here I've got various paper clips and things that are ready to go. These are my binder clips that I use for, you know, random holding back papers. More paper clips and things in those two cubbies there. This is all of my, so I've got some black and white thread on the spools, I think maybe some dark blue, and then all the bobbins that I use of the various colors in a little thing up there. More packing stuff there, and binding of journal stuff here, more packing stuff in there, and then in this little cup I've got a bunch of jewelry charms and stuff. Up here is my little Tim Holtz ephemera, and then up in that is, and I'm not going to pull it down because then I really will be panting. It's hard to get to, but I've got my little folios of like labels and things that have the plastic folders on the insides that I sometimes pull out. I've got all those saved up in there. Scrolling over here, here is my desk. So let me walk back. Here you go. So normally you would never see it like this. Normally I would have, I'm sorry, my black cutting mat on top. But this is pretty much how it looks all the time. Below I've got baskets of extra fabric scraps and things, so smaller fabrics. And then in this one is like leather scraps. Which I really never use. I should probably put something more usable down there, but that's where that is. This is a table that I bought, at an estate sale, I think. It was $30, covered in black paint, and I knew it would be gorgeous. So I refinished it. I stripped it all and left some of the age. I love, love, love this stuff, you know. It's definitely showing its age. It's been around for a long, long time. And refinished it, and I absolutely love it. In here we've got my most used tools, obviously my most used glues. This is those word phrase books that I grab once in a while, and then some other various things there. Here is my filming situation. So I've got this attached to my table, and then my phone just goes right up in here and looks down to the table. And then here, you don't ever, this is never on when I'm filming, but I do have an extra light. And then I'm gonna go slowly up on the ceiling. I've got another lamp that actually I use more often because it's got better light. Okay, so since we're up here, if you keep going to the right, I've got another bookshelf. Let me move back so you can see a little bit there. So another bookshelf along the top. So pretties, nothing really functional there, just pretty. And then these are my in-use journals. Sorry, my finger is making it autofocus. So as you can tell, where's my finger? There we go. My Monday Marguerite Miller journal, my ladies journal, just other various journals that you've seen. We worked in this one. In here is ephemera that's like flower stickers and ephemera like that. And then this is my other ephemera book that I pull out once in a while. Up here, this is a little box thing that my aunt made for me. It's really cool. It's got 2 compartments, the front and the back, and in that I've got just various little pocket-sized traveler's notebook, and then my very first journal that I ever made fits in the back side of that. This one here is journals that haven't been started yet, but mostly traveler's notebook style journals. And then this is fun. There's 2 hooks that aren't being used, but 2 of them are doubled up. But I've got these really cool blue mason jars with just various things. So this one's got, when I use up a vintage or antique spool of thread, I put the wooden spool in there, and I'll save those. And then just various pencils and paintbrushes. So I think that's pretty much it, guys. So hope you enjoyed this. I apologize for my really bad camera work. Like I say, I don't have a gimbal or anything. But here's a look at the side of my desk. Usually I've got other things down on the floor next to me in little tubs there. And then my trash can is right there. And then my overloaded outlet with all the things. So yeah, so anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye.